Hi everyone, it's Catherine here from Inky Fingered Cat. It's a little while later from when I filmed my last video, which was my help Christmas in July chat. I have clearly got changed. I have washed my face, put moisturiser on. Just checking, did I put moisturiser on? Yeah. About to take my husband out to go watch the last home game of the season for Warrington Town, who are getting relegated. But he wants to go. It's become his thing is to support our town football team, even though they're very not good, from what I understand. Doesn't matter. Supporting our local team. Anyway, I have done a little bit of a tidy up of my craft room. I have sorted out. I have a basket that I sit at the bottom side of me. This one here that was like overflowing. So I've sorted that out only into the things that I want to keep out. I cleared all of the decks and then I thought, right, okay, I'm going to do what I said I was going to do, which is I'm going to start going through my Christmas stash. So I have Christmas stash in my Stampin' Up stuff, which is up on the shelf up there. So I'm just going to sort through that and make sure that this is all stuff I want to keep. I think whilst I'm about that, I might as well just sort out my Stampin' Up. I don't have very much left now. I've only got like 2 shelves worth of stuff up there. There might be some stuff in these boxes, I'm not sure. Yeah, I try to now keep only the stuff that I really want to reuse and reuse. So I don't think there'll be anything left up there that I wouldn't want to use. And then I'm going to go through the rest of it. Now, there is Christmas stash all over the place because there is some stuff in the dies box, in the stamps that are generic-y type things or that are particularly things. But this is my 2 boxes for Christmas stash, which are slightly at the point where I can't close it anymore. I'm just thinking there may also be some Christmas stuff in that basket, but not very much. It's only the better press stuff that I've not yet worked out. Press plates and foiling plates and stuff like that. I'm not quite sure where to put them yet, because I'm still umming and ahhing. Obviously it would have been lovely to have spent the last 3 weeks playing with all of my new stash, but I've not been well enough. I've done the odd little bit. So I'm going to start sorting through this. I'm going to pop the video on. I'm obviously going to get interrupted in a minute to go and take hubby out. But yeah, I'm going to video and then I'll come back and show you what I've decided to do. It might be that it's to keep it all. It might be that I need to get rid of some stuff. I think that's probably more than likely. Might have a little hunt and just check. No, I think I'm fairly confident there isn't any other Christmas stash in any other of these 12 by 12 boxes. But I might just have a little double check in the stamps boxes that there isn't, and I'll also pull down that Stampin' Up stuff and make sure that that's all gone through. Pretty confident just looking at all the boxes. I'm quite an organised person in my craft room, so generally I know where things belong, and I do tend to, when I get round to putting things away, I put them in the right places. So I'm fairly confident none of the other boxes are hiding Christmas stash and I know what's in them. The really good news is I can see one of those 12 by 12 boxes is quite low on stuff in it, so there might be a chance of condensing that into something else, and then maybe making myself 3 craft boxes including the Stampin' Up stuff, maybe, that are all Christmas themed. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Enough waffling from me. Probably stick you into fast forward. Might do a voiceover. We'll see what happens. Okay, so I popped it into fast forward. I had my camera on the top, but to be honest, as to what you'll see, not very much. It's just basically me looking at all of the things that are in the box, taking them out and putting them into different piles. I will be back in a bit on this video anyway to talk through what I've done. But you can see here, I'm also finding little bits of projects that are half done, like that card up at the top of the right hand side, or that paper that's got a embossed snow crystal on it. It's also got the little already coloured in and die cut horse and Santa digital stamp, I think it was. So yeah, I did find a few bits and pieces. I have put the bits and pieces that are projects half done to one side, and they are going into a different pouch for me to finish off. They'll probably become a Festive Friday project at some point. Now, you'll see that green pot that I've got up the top left-hand side. That's actually got like a snow glitter type thing in it. Again, I've pulled that out and put that off to one side rather than keeping it in the Christmas box. I never think to use it. And if I do not use it this July, I'm just chucking it away because it's ridiculous that I've kept such a small amount of an element like that. I also, all those little elements that are on top of that green pot will end up go on to the pile for me to get rid of. I'm not going to keep them. I decide that I am not going to use them. It's unlikely I will ever get to use them. So I'll pop them in probably a little packet that I'll send along with a swap at some point as a random act of kindness or something along those lines. Okay, so we're getting close to the end. I did go and check other boxes and the Stampin' Up things. Yep, you can see they've just suddenly appeared. And I did go through everything so that I had made sure that I checked all of my Christmas stash. So this is the little pile of things I'm going to get rid of. Some of which is just going to go into a little grab bag. So there's things like little Rudolph. They're very cute, but I'm not going to use them. So I'm going to pop them into little packages, and then some of them I'll list on UK Stampers Forum, D-Stash group. Some of them I'll do on previous Stampin' Up type sites. And some of them I don't really know what to do with. But yeah, but I have got rid of a few bits. Which is not bad. A bit of room on my shelf up there, so there's probably room for 4 new Stampin' Up sets if I was to buy them. On my 2 shelves of Stampin' Up stuff. And now everything fits into here. So I thought I'd just talk you through how I've organised it and what I've got in here. And this might help anybody who's wondering, what should I suggest for her to use for Christmas in July, which is where my brain is at the moment. It's planning July, Christmas in July. Is there anything in this that you see that you think, please use that? Please show me how to use that. How would you use that? Or I've got something similar, can you use that so that I can get some ideas? So please do comment if there's something that you see and you go, please use this. I'm not promising it'll all go into Christmas in July, but I'll try and find a use for it, and I'll try and tag you and say this is the thing. I've already seen whilst I was out in the queue at Starbucks, someone's already commented on my Christmas in July video, so thank you very much. Suggesting tags. Great idea. Do some tags. So one of the projects, at least one of the projects, maybe 2 or 3, we'll see. I'll do tags as the theme rather than cards. Now, tags you could turn into cards, so there still could be cards, but somebody was like, can you, and I'm really sorry, I can't remember your name, but I'll pop it up on the screen if I can remember to do that, if I remember when I've edited. Anyway, organising. So I have not got huge amounts of Christmas pattern papers left. I had some that were 12 by 12, so I've cut them into 6 by 12s. And then there's some scraps that are smaller than 6 by 12, but most of them are either 6 by 6, 6 by 12, or they're like strips like this, or quite sizable pieces. So there aren't any little pieces. I've got rid of the little pieces. I think there might have been the odd 1 or 2, but we're not, you know, I used to have a mountain of Christmas pattern paper, and this is what we're down to. So I'm very pleased with that. Very pleased. There is one more thing that's got paper in it, but I've put it all in one pouch, and that is a magazine kit from last Christmas. Chloe's Creative, I think it was. Yeah, I don't know who published the kit. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. But yeah, it's got in here Chloe exclusive for Christmas cards. No, it doesn't really say. It'll be a Practical Publishing or someone like that. But yeah, it's got all the papers. I've got some cutter parts that I did all the cutting apart of the cutter parts already. So I've already done the fussy cutting. It's got a stamp set, a die set. Now, if I remember rightly, it also had an embossing folder. What I haven't done is sorted the embossing folders out because I'm probably never getting rid of any of them. So it doesn't really matter. They're all in a different box. I'm happy with those to sit separately. But yeah, so that has got papers in it. You can see there. So there is 2 lots of papers, but yeah. Then this is pouches that have already got die cut elements in them, like sentiments or wreaths or sentiments. These ones that have got the sewing, more sentiments. My Merry Moose, got a couple of them. Loads of stars, more sentiments, more sentiments, more sentiments, more sentiments. So all of these are things that I've already done in advance and they're just sitting there ready to be grabbed. I tend to use that quite a lot for my festive Fridays when I'm like running out of time. I'll definitely dig into those. Or when I know I just need a sentiment and there's already one there. And I tend to do those in batches when I'm like just trying to get through my scraps. So this is a bit of a mishmash video now, isn't it? But this is my bag of scraps that I have on my desk. So when I've got a scrap card left over, shove it in there. And then every so often I'll have a whole die cutting session or a stamping and die cutting session. That's when I tend to make things like this. So I'll just choose some dies and I'll pop them together. So things like that one, which is the Peace and Joy. I've just done a whole load, different layers. I've then sat and I've glued them together after I've die cut them and got them done. And then all that's left in this one is stamp sets. So all sorts of different kinds of stamp sets are in here. So I'm going to pop all that back together. And these are all stamp sets that I just can't quite bear to part with yet. They're things that I still love and still want to use. So they are staying in my stash. But the good news is there is some room in that box. Not much, but there is some room in that box. And then this one also has stamp sets in because there was too many stamp sets to just keep them to one box. But there is stamps and dies in here, including, I'll just take all of those out, including some magazine sets. Now, I've got some magazine sets that are absolutely in my get rid of pile, but these are ones that I grab time and time again and I just love. I have 3 wooden block stamps that I'm not quite ready to get rid of. So a very Merry Christmas to you. That's an old, I think they're all old Stampin' Up ones. And these ones are ones where the words go wiggly. I know this will all be backwards to you, but yeah, I really like those ones. So I can't quite bear to part with those. I've just realised I've got muck all up my arm. Don't know if... No, I can't see that. Where is it? There it is. Muck all up my arm. Don't know what that's from. Right, so little scraps of fabric. Occasionally I add them into my cards. Right, someone, I think it was Pat Crossland, gave me these die cut shaped trees as part of a swap at some point, and I use them occasionally. The big ones I find more difficult to use, but you know, there might be a use for them. I'm not quite ready to get rid of them yet. I have a few paper dolls left. I think these might appear at Christmas in July at some point. I have the lovely vintagey stickers. I've got those ones from Spellbinders. This is all my sticker sentiment type things. I've got all sorts of different ones in here. So I've kept all my stickers in one pouch, so they're nice and easy to deal with. Then I have a pile of stencils. So these are things like these shapes that are little baubles, the Deborah Wainwright Christmas trees that I think are really funky and good for like a mixed media card, clarity stamps, There's some snowflakes. There's a few different snowflake based ones. There's another Clarity Stamps one with stars. There's more snowflakes, more snowflakes. Oh, I love this. The poinsettia waffle flower background stencil. Oh, almost forgot I've got these, which is the waffle flower overlapping Christmas words. Really like that, which comes with its own die. This cute knit type stencil. Holly. Some words and different types of snowflakes. This came with a card magazine. It's a stencil that's got snowflakes, and then it also has some stamp sentiments. And then this one I've only used once. It's the Pretty Pink Posh layered snowman. So they're my stencils that are specifically Christmassy. I have a whole box, a whole one of these boxes full of stencils. A bit of a stencil issue. Right, these are Christmas themed dies. I didn't go through all of the dies that are in the box. I couldn't be bothered. But these are ones that are really specifically Christmassy. So we've got, this is new to me. It's my favourite things, mistletoe cover up die. This Pretty Pink Posh, which I have not used either, with the little Christmas lights. So that's a definite on that must use at some point soon. And then the stitching die, Christmas tree die. You can see it's sort of hidden in the packaging, but yeah, there's the Christmas tree with the stitching die. I haven't used that for ages, so that's gone in there as a definite must use. So that's how I've organised everything. Pop everything back in. Come on, Catherine, be tidy. And everything that I've kept. So let me, actually, I said I would do this so that you could see what I was doing. So we have magazines with stacks. These I love so much. That polar bear is just the cutest, and the little penguins, love it. Little owl. Another magazine kit. This is an indigo blue magazine kit, so a bit vintagey, a bit sketchy. This, I love these florals. I use these so much. You can see how stained they are. But I love that kit too. We have the Dasher stamp, who was a wood-mounted stamp from Stampin' Up! Many years ago. One of my favourite stamps ever. He is now not mounted, but you know. This stamp set from Altenew, which is called Winter. I like that one. I don't think I've used that much, to be honest. This is an old waffle flower poinsettia, and it comes, it's like a layered stamp set, and then it comes with a die to cut it out. Make some beautiful toppers there. We have quite a few of these were in those already done sentiments. These are the Colorado Craft Company sentiments. Oh, excuse me, I've got an itchy nose. This is the Altenew Festive Poinsettia. I made some lovely cards of this a few months ago. A few weeks ago. They've been Festive Friday ones recently. Beautiful, beautiful poinsettia. I have the cutest Tracy Hay that I bought last year. I think I bought it around about November. Because I was inspired by someone in Martin Mayhem's 30-day Christmas card making challenge. Somebody kept using the Tracy Hay stamps, and I was like, why do I not own any of her Christmas stamps? These are gorgeous sentiments, Pretty Pink Posh. Again, these, I've got quite a few of them already stamped and die cut. Another stamp and die cut already used waffle flower ones. These are a magazine kit that I've had for years and years and years, and they are just the cutest little forest friends. Now this one is a big old mess. You can see all the stamps have just kind of puddled at the bottom, but these are like presents, and there's lots of different patterns and layers you can do. And then this is the Vintage Santa from Diamond Press. comes with all coordinating dies. Probably better if I did it that way around. You can see them a little bit better. But yeah, a gorgeous vintage Santa. I've used him recently. Have I used him recently? Yes. No, he's not up on my blog yet. He'll be up in a couple of weeks' time. There might actually be a video of him, actually. So, any of those you fancy seeing in Christmas in July things, shout. I'm going to do the same with this lot. Obviously, there's the magazine kit and the papers. I'm not going to go through those now. Okay. Or any of the things that I've already gone through. So let's just have a look at the stamps. So these are my favourite ever holly leaves. And they were designed by my friend Darcy for Paper Artsy. And I just love those holly leaves. I think I'll probably use them. This is a lovely stamp set as well. Another Paper Artsy one with all of those fun fonts for the sentiments and cute little tags. Might be, oh, tags. Interesting. Right. Okay, we have two of my new My Favourite Things stamps that I've not really used yet. In fact, have you used any of these? Nope. So we've got this one, which is Merry Moments, and this one, which is Bear Hug Bunch, both of which I thought would work for Christmas. I mean, that one's not specifically Christmas, but the moose is just the cutest thing in the world. And I absolutely love a moose card. What else have we got? We've got this from Spellbinders, which is a beautiful kind of floral element. It was a Clear Stamp of the Month Club. Okay, it's called Wonderful Christmas. I've got this, and I was umming and ahhing, but it's a woodware. Is it woodware? No, Do Crafts stamp. But I thought, you know what, that's quite nice if you stamp it in like a really faint ink on the inside of a card as an inside sentiment, maybe. So I didn't get rid of it. Still tempted to get rid of it. Holiday Flower from Altenio. Just love, I mean, I love a floral stamp. We all know I like a floral card, but I think that's a beautiful one. These Cute Deer from Woodware. I love these because they've got the solid as well as the outline stamps. So they're good for creating like a silhouette. We have Clarity Stamps, Big Words, Peace on Earth and Merry Christmas, or Peace at... Oh, there's a Peace on Earth. There's an at stamp for Peace at Christmas, and there's a Merry as well. Okay, these are incredibly old stamps. They were from a company called Blonde Moments, but it's actually designed by Diane Reevely, and I think anybody who knows Diane Reevely will know that's Diane Reevely's writing, that she quite often does. I bought these in a sale box many years ago at Art from the Heart, which used to be owned by Diane, now is owned by Diane's son. These really cute Avery L stamps, North Pole Pals they are. It's just the cutest little Santa, but look at those cutesy reindeers. We have this, which is an old Stampin' Up! One from a Paper Pumpkin kit, which is like a wreath. This is another magazine kit, but it comes with some dies. And this, I think, was again a Chloe's card type thing. And then last but not least is my Mama Elephant Little Snowman. So please do drop me a comment below if there's one of those that you're going, I really want to see you use that. So it can either go on my Christmas in July list, or it might just turn up on a festive Friday or something along those lines. So I have a few more Christmas bits and pieces that are either better press plates, or there are some things that I'm currently waiting to be delivered from Spellbinders. They just had a warehouse sale, spring cleaning warehouse sale, and I got some bargains. So I'm hoping those are going to get delivered next week. But there's now room in these boxes to put them if necessary. And then I have my basket that's to the side of the desk. That's for my, I want to use these in the next few weeks type of product. And I'm quite pleased with that little declutter. And I need to sort out this stuff that's going to go and have that disappear from my craft room at some point soon, hopefully, either through random act of kindness, selling, whatever. I need to actually do the listing of anything that I need to sell. But I'm happy. I've done a little declutter. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'm not sure how this video will pan out because I've done a lot of talking, but hopefully there'll have been something of interest for you. Please do join me for future videos. There are more planned. I don't know if I'm going to get to be creative today. Probably not. But I need to get back to doing stuff with my magazine kit. I've definitely already got some scrapbooking videos filmed. I think there's one Festive Friday filmed, maybe something else, can't remember now off the top of my head, sorry. But yeah, there are more videos to come. It's just been a really weird few weeks with me being poorly. I'm a bit out of it. I'm not quite there in terms of everything that needs to be done now, because I've talked for nearly 20 minutes, almost non-stop, because I can tell because the timer. I need to stop because my throat's getting really sore and I need to drink that beautiful drink. So please subscribe to see more. Give me a thumbs up, give me a comment, tell me what I need to be using, what you would like to see me use. And until next time,